This year, in keeping with the uh, theme of the month in Rec Poker, which is final tables and ICM, I'm going to use advanced poker training to show what that tool does as far as ICM and final tables. So before we go, in past months, we've gone right into the simulator and started playing against the bots. But this month, I'm going to take a few minutes to demonstrate some of the tools that advanced poker training has for this. The first one is the tournament chop tool, which is just for calculating an ICM chop. Uh, like you're on the final table, you're down to typically 3 players, and you're trying to talk chop, and it's unfair to do it by proportion of your chip stacks. It's also unfair to chop it 3 ways, especially if one guy's got a lot or just a tiny amount, but you can do an ICM chop. So you could have this running if you got the Wi-Fi connection in the casino, or even just your data connection, you can run this, and you can have it running and ready to go for you. So okay, just some window just popped up. Anyway, I'm going to close that. And so let's say we're down to 3 players. Let's say first place is 10 grand, second place is 6,500, and third place is 4,000. And let's say the stacks are this, this, and that. So you just fill in these blanks, hit compute, and it shows you the ICM chop for your situation. And it's that quick. So you could even have these filled out in advance so that when you're ready to negotiate, you have this ready. Then all you have to do is have everybody count their stacks, put that in, and boom, there you are. And if you show it to them like this, they're going to know that you're being honest and not trying to scam them somehow. So I think this is a pretty useful thing to have on your phone, just ready to go, just in case you get down to the final 3 and you want to chop. So, and then the other tool that advanced poker training has is for off-table study, the shove fold tool. Now this one takes a little bit of getting used to. They have a video on how to use it. I'm not going to play the video here. I'm just going to demonstrate it. I'm going to demonstrate a pre-flop situation, and it's going to illustrate a couple of points. So all this does is just like this part of it is an equity calculator, right? So I've given player 1 the worst possible hand to jam with, 3-2 offsuit. He's got 50,000 chips. There's 12,000 chips in the pot. And player 2 is in the big blind. So he's already posted 5,000 because the big blind is 5,000. So player 1 owes 5,000 to stay in the hand. That's what this is. That's the part that people get confused with at first. Because if this guy is going to be, say, the button instead of the big blind, you'd put 0 here. So, and then the range, right? You can put a hand in, but you can put a range in. And you'll notice that, what do you guys think of this range for calling off? Here, let me cancel that for a second. What do you guys think of that range for calling off? We don't know that he's got 3-2, but we've got 20 big blinds. Our opponent just jammed with 10 big blinds. What do you guys think of calling with this range? Do you think that's tight or loose? Or about right?
I don't think it's tight. I mean, if we lose this, we lose half our stack.
Yeah.
So I think they have quite a bit of fold equity here. I'm definitely not calling all those unsuited.
No, I wouldn't. All the unsuited, I would call, even like the Jack 8 suited, Queen 9 suited down, right? That kind of stuff. I wouldn't.
All right. So what I'm showing here is just how the math works out with this. So let's say that we know that our opponent is going to call with a range about like this.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
for the demonstration, it's fine. Yeah,
Yep.
I wouldn't do that, but
It's
that's fine.
40% of all starting hands selected.
Wow.
So let's compute if this is a profitable jam with the worst hand. It's not, right? If player one shoves, it's circled by red. His expectation is 49,977. His expectation if he folds is 50,000. That's pretty close, right?
Yeah.
So let's change one thing here. Let's change his range and let's take the deuces off. A lot of people are reluctant to call off with deuces, right? So compute again, and now it's a profitable shove with 3-2 offsuit.
Wow.
So if player two is calling only with this range, he's letting player one profit with 2 napkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you want to do that? I don't know, because right now this does not factor ICM in, right? So let's go ahead and hit OK here. Let's compute again. It's in the green, right? So now I'm going to go to my next tab here. Oops. It says enter tournament payouts. So now we're going to do something related to ICM. So I've already filled out some payouts for the same situation.
This is heads up?
No, but this is where whether player one should jam or not with 3-2 offsuit.
God,
It's
but how
not
many
heads up.
players are left?
We got 9 players left.
Oh,
right?
got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's
So
the stacks.
So he's on the final table. Should he shove?
Yeah. So we saw that it was barely profitable before. So let's compute now that we've got these factors that affect ICM. Now it's not.
Okay.
So ICM is affecting like a middle stack player here. So you can see, and what you can do with this tool is like I can go back and play with those ranges, play with those shoving hands, and just take a look at different situations. It's pretty good for off table study. You know, it gives you an idea of how ICM affects it. Like we could enter like we could enter a different bankroll here. Like let's say we enter 400,000. We could see how ICM affects that huge stack, or we could enter 20,000 and see how ICM affects the really short stack. And it's a good way to study. It's just the hard thing to get your mind wrapped around is filling this blank right here. And they've got a little explanation that you can mouse over. And it shows you that like if this player were not in the blinds, then this number would be 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool. You can see that it's a 50-50 shove.
Yeah.
Against a wide player. So
Yeah.
like early in the tournament, but when you get down to it in ICM, it's just you just don't do it, right?
Yeah. So well, you can see right now that it's a profitable shove. But let's widen this guy's range a bit. Let's give him the deuces back. Let's give him all the queens. Let's give him some more kings. Let's give him that and see what happens. Now it's not. So a wider calling range penalizes the ones that are shoving with a really, really wide range. That's what the takeaway from this. But one of my goals here was just to demonstrate a couple of points that this tool can show you. but another thing I wanted to do here tonight was to demonstrate this tool. So
Cool.
I like it. So now, guys, I've demonstrated the tools I wanted to show you. So now it's time for the fun stuff. You can see the different simulators that they have here. And one of them is a final table simulator. Now, in past months, we've gone with this MTT simulator, and then we're going to a final table simulator tonight, and it's got a couple of other setups. Right? We can say it's a low stakes online tournament. Why not? Okay, I'm just going to go with the hardest skill level because, you know, if we could beat the hardest bots here, then we're doing all right. Then they are not easy to beat. And then what we have some choices of what kind of a stack we want to practice with. Like if we've got an average stack or a medium stack, we've got a lot of ICM pressure on us, right? Yeah. If we've got the biggest stack, we've still got some ICM pressure on us, but not as much. If we're the short stack, we've got a little bit of ICM pressure on us, but not as much. The ICM pressure gets worse as you get like maybe the third lowest stack or fourth lowest stack, you know, on a final table. That's when you really got to be careful. And the sizes of the stacks, short stacks, matter too. If everybody is about equal, the ICM isn't as bad as if you got one guy that's only got 3 big blinds left. We don't want to go out before him. You're not going to hardly play anything, right? Yeah. So this is just a way of practicing ICM. I thought about having ICMizer ready to go for tonight's session, but that's going to take too much time to set everything up. That's off-table study where you've got some time, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll just try to play it by ear here. Okay, so we could peek at the opponent's cards if we want. I selected that. Big blind ante. And let's turn up the heat and go with players that are more aggressive than normal. I don't like to go here because that actually gets easier to play against. So we'll go there. More aggressive than normal and have some fun. We're going to play from all positions and we're going to do all hand types. I'm going to select this one here. Don't save my hands and stats at this time because otherwise our session here will affect my own personal stats. So, because this tool, I know, Gennaro, that you're familiar with it, but Yamo, I don't know how familiar you are with advanced poker training, but it keeps stats on your play, similar to the way like Poker Tracker 4 does.
Got it. Yeah, I've never used it.
Yeah. In fact, I found out not too long ago that you can actually import your stats from this tool into Poker Tracker 4. And it comes out like a Poker Stars session. All right, so let's start playing, huh? Now, we're in big blind ante, and it's telling me that right away. And we're looking at a raise of about 2.1x from under the gun +1. And we're sitting here in the cutoff with 8-10 suited. We've got 12,000 chips. This guy to our left is short. These two are a little bigger than us. This one's a little bigger. This one's short. Yeah. Most of them are a little bigger. We don't have any huge stacks here. We're about average, but there's the guy to our immediate left is really short, and then we got another one up here that's quite short. The blinds are at 400, 400, 200. So we've got 30 bigs. This short stack here has, what is that, 14 bigs? Yep. Yeah, so he's got a re-steal stack, so we need to be careful. He's the shortest stack on the table, so he's got less ICM pressure than we do.
I probably fold here.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, you guys both agree?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd fold.
All right. Might consider playing if we had less ICM pressure, but I'd probably fold that anyway in the cutoff. And the button, I'd probably want to cold call that if we had bigger stacks going on.
Yeah, with bigger stacks, you can play that. Like if we were deep
Yeah.
stacked, sure.
Yeah. This one here is
Fold,
yeah, trivial fold.
Yep.
Okay, now we've got a hand that we wanted to play with our 30 big blinds, but this guy's left himself with less than 20 big blinds behind, and we're only in middle position. We're in the low jack position here. What do you guys want to do here, given the ICM pressure that we're under? Oh, here comes Kim. I'll let Kim in.
I'll probably let this one go too.
Yeah.
If I was first to act, I would open it, but I don't want to call in the middle there.
Yeah.
Hi, Kim.
Hey there.
Hi,
Oh
Kim.
my God, that's really small. How do I make that bigger?
What, the screen?
Yeah, your screen.
Let's see if we can
You can make
expand
your own
that.
screen bigger. I zoomed it in for myself.
You just okay.
Is that better?
Oh, I
Let's
see.
see
what
if
you
we can
mean.
get it a little
Zoom
better.
in. Just zoom in your.
Yeah, just zoom in your own browser.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. How's that?
No, it doesn't work. That just made everything smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't see the numbers or anything, but that's okay. I'll put it up on my big screen.
Now let's see what I can do here. See, now I'm running off the screen.
Yeah.
I can't go this big.
So you can't just put in that one thing. See the little full screen thing up by the X button? Doesn't that make it full screen? Up in the top right corner of your
This one. This one?
I mean, no. Down on the actual screen of the table.
Let's see what it does.
Yeah, that. Oh no.
It made it worse.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I can't get it back.
What about
There.
there you go.
Okay. Yeah, I got a plan. I won't be able to look at you guys.
That's okay. I'm the only old one here that can't see it numbers properly.
Is that better?
It's about the same. Doesn't matter
Okay.
much.
Okay, I'm going to undo that then because now I
No, that
can't
wasn't
see.
good. It was better, but it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So what would you say about this situation, Kim? We've got 30 big blinds. We're on a final table. You can see the chip stacks here, and we're in the low jack position, and this middle position guy who's only got less than 20 big blinds behind has raised
Right.
to 2.2.
This is an easy fold for me at a final table.
Yeah. But because we're right in the middle of the chip stack sizes, and so we've got a lot of ICM pressure on us, especially with this shorty here right to our immediate left. Okay, this is a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Now we've got 30 big blinds, and we're facing. Oh, the blinds are still at 400. We're facing a raise. Again, this guy, instead of jamming, he with his 75, with his 19, he's just opening to 2.5x. What do we want to do? Call or jam?
I think I want to ice, so I don't want anybody else coming in.
Yeah. If we call and somebody jams, are we going to call?
Now we're in a three-way pot with queens, right?
Yeah. So,
We don't want that. I'd be inclined to jam this even with aces. What do you guys think about that?
I don't know if I'd jam aces.
Yeah, Just call
Or
them.
just ISO. No, I wouldn't call. I
I
would
think you
just
can raise. Like,
Yeah,
you don't
I
have
don't
to
think
I would
jam. You
call,
can
but-
raise
Yeah, you could raise to about 3,000.
and evaluate what everybody else does.
Do we want to do that with these
I mean,
queens?
the thing is, you don't even have to raise to 3,000. You can just raise to like 2,500 or something, because
Uh-huh.
if there's like 3 all-ins behind you, you can just fold your queens,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? It's like, it's an ISO without committing yourself completely.
True. Yeah, if we go to 2,500, we'll still have 9-5.
We're committed against the
Are
original
you-
opener, but we're not
Yeah.
committed against 2 stacks that dominate us going all in.
So,
Yeah.
but by not, if you don't jam, are you inviting somebody else to jam over you?
Well, that we look pretty strong when we ISO.
Yeah. All right. Why don't let's
Yeah.
say since we got
But I don't know, like, would
Yeah, I
you
think
just,
if
you would just
jam, you
normally
get
jam
called by
30?
better.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like, the problem
Right.
with jamming 30 is, what, like,
You got a lot of people to follow behind you,
not good
right?
if they call.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
yeah, we're gonna make them play perfect, right? Do we want that? No, we want to
No.
bring somebody in and set them up. So you thinking 2,500?
20, I mean, I don't think you have to go bigger than that here. 25 to 28, but
Yeah.
I don't think you have to go a full 3.
And
Yeah,
that's
just
what
something to show strength, because I guess they've all got ICM on their mind too, right?
Yep. Hopefully. All right. So we're gonna. How about 27?
Sure.
Yeah, he's
There you go.
we took that one down, and with queen, even with queens, we're happy about that result.
Yep. We don't mind.
Yep, because now we've got 14,000, and so we've got 35 big blinds. Where before we had 30. So I would say, okay, this here is a trivial fold. These ace 10 offsuits and the blinds always puzzle me.
I think you can defend.
I'm not folding this.
No.
Yeah, I think it's just a call, right? I mean,
Uh-huh.
I would fold this if I was in the cutoff or the button, and maybe even
Yeah.
the small blind, but I'm not folding this from the big
not in the
blind.
big
No.
blind.
Not with these odds. And he's got the big stack, so he's incentivized actually to be kind of a bully. Now, keeping in mind that even the big stack has some ICM pressure. Every player on this table has some ICM pressure, but he's got a lot less than we do. But
Do we
for
have
an
stats
additional,
on him or no? We don't have stats on him or anything, right?
no,
And Scotty win? I'm just shoving it in.
yeah,
Make him pay.
you make that call, it's all over, baby.
You make them pay.
All right, so we're gonna flat this, huh? If it's the real Scotty win, we're gonna jam. But if it's
It says it's Scotty win.
yeah,
It has his VPIP and his PFR and everything.
yeah, VPIP 16.
If that PFR is only 9%, you have to be really careful post flop here.
Yeah,
You need 2 pair better to continue.
all right, that's just explaining the stats. So I'm gonna go back to the game. All right, so call, right?
Like, I don't mind a
Yep.
fold either.
Yeah,
I don't mind a fold here. Like, why do we want to get into it with the chip leader?
right. It's dangerous to do that, especially out of
Right.
position with this hand.
Yeah.
What if he's got us out kicked?
And what if he has like 7-8 suited?
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
he has king 10? What if he has,
Just about anything.
But I mean, it's really hard to get into it with the chip leader when ICM is such a big factor.
Yeah.
So certainly if we were suited, I think this would be worthwhile. Maybe it's worth a 3-bet sometimes when we're unsuited, just a 3-bet bluffing candidate because we have the blockers, right? But
Mhm.
it's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards folding now. If
Yeah.
we've got big pay jumps on this table, then I'm leaning towards folding.
If we were in a regular situation or a cash game, I'm just snap calling this.
Well, if we're in the
But yeah.
lower, and it also if we're one of the 2 or 3 shortest stacks at the table, I'm probably calling it as well.
Yeah. But the ICM pressure on us is big, and we don't want to get into it with this guy unless we have position on him. So we're folding. Are we all in agreement?
Yeah, but fold and hold the button down so you get to see his cards.
Yeah. See, we'd have had him dominated.
It shows you the flop, turn, and river too.
Yeah.
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 So there's no point in that. It's just whether your decision is right at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was
You know,
a good fold, but-
we call there. He makes a continuation bet, and we fold, and we
but
just
look, he's
lost
one
an
off,
extra
he's one off from a
480.
straight too, right?
Yeah.
So,
Right? We just lost we just saved ourselves 480 because we're folding on
Yeah.
that flop.
yeah, exactly. 6-8
Yeah.
queen. What are we gonna do when he bets, right?
Yep.
And then he's got the straight draw on the turn.
Make the deal.
Yeah. All right. And now the guy that we're just a little bit ahead of, we're in the small blind. What do we want to do with this? Knowing that we're going to be out of position.
Go over his stats again.
He's tight to 17%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
17,
only
7.
raising 7%. That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this ICM situation, out of position like this, I'm not even liking ace jack. What about you guys?
Yeah, it's the same argument as with the 10, right?
I think
Yeah.
I like the ace-10 spot better to call.
Yeah, and we've got a player behind us as well, right?
And better
Yeah.
odds, and you were closing the action.
I think
Yeah.
if we have ace queen suited or ace king here, I would flat this and try and get a squeeze from the big blind, and then see what the original raiser does. But I don't know, ace jack offsuit. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to fold these, but in the final table, we
Final
have to
table, you
think-
see guys folding these all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not a great hand when you've got this ICM pressure. Now, with that spot that we picked up earlier, we moved ahead of most of these players.
On the other
Not
hand,
all,
if we jam here, like all the ICM pressure's back on the other guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. If he's got a great hand, he could call and it won't hurt us that much. And yeah, now this guy's in trouble if we jam. He's probably going to fold anything but a super hand.
Yeah.
So that's tempting too.
So we don't like
And-
the call. We like the jam or the fold.
Yeah. The call is just not the right play here. If we have, I mean, all we have is a VPIP here. A pretty tight one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, is a jack offsuit, is that strong enough to jam? I don't think
No,
so.
it's not really whether our hand is strong enough or not. It's whether we can make him fold most of the hands he's doing this with,
yeah.
right? And we can make him fold queens here. We can make him fold ace queen here. It's a plus.
Yeah.
Because he's the one whose stack is at risk, not ours. But I don't mind the fold.
Yeah. I was
Those are
inclined to
fancy
fold.
plays.
Yeah. Okay. Three wrong ways to play this. So, but we obviously can't fold this, or can we? Now we're on the button.
Yeah.
We're going to be in position. 65% chance that an overcard is going to flop.
Why did he raise more than he raised last time?
I don't
Good
know.
question.
Have to ask him sometime. He raised before it was like 800, wasn't it?
It was 880, yeah.
Yeah. I really don't know.
2.2. This time it's 2.3.
maybe because he's in early position now instead of middle position. And so he's making it more expensive for an extra player to play in position on
I
him.
mean, I don't think your bots do this, but I know in live games, even players who are trying to keep it consistent will up it a little bit when they have really good hands,
Yeah.
just to get that extra bit of value. But anyway, back to what we do with jacks.
I
Yeah.
probably ISO here. I don't want
Are
to
we
go
calling it off?
multi-way.
We ISO, are we calling it off?
I
Or
wouldn't
we
just
just-
call.
I'd rather not go 3 ways, so I would raise to just get heads up. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think you can stack off, but you don't have to.
If we raise, we open it back up to him to jam with ace king. And now what are we doing?
Yeah.
Right? If we flop, we get to probably see a flop. Unless the big blind ISOs. We're gonna call the small blind if
Hmm.
he jams. These are tough spots.
Yeah. Yeah. And jacks, they're scientifically impossible to play correctly. So, just, flatting here, what are we doing? Because, I mean, with the range that he's got in early position like this, any of those overcards that are probably going to flop make our hand look pretty bad now.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you flat, you let the big blind go in with pretty much anything. If you
That's fine.
do a
Yeah.
small raise,
But that's
when-
okay.
when
We
big
have
blind
jacks
jams,
against
you have more
we have
influence.
jacks against almost anything. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. At some point, we're going to want to win a big pot too.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to.
I from watching these guys at final tables, this would get flatted more often than it will get raised.
Yeah. Yeah. With it being in the early position raise, I'm not crazy about trying to play
Do
a
we get to
flop with him.
play? Do we
Yeah.
get to play a flop,
Yeah.
or is this just pre-flop?
No,
Training?
it'll go to a flop.
You play through, yeah. Yeah, I guess
All
call
right,
it.
take
then,
a
yeah.
vote. I'm good with a vote. Fold, raise, or call.
Call's
No,
okay for me.
Yeah. Not folding, never folding this,
Yeah,
but
not folding.
call.
I was
Yes.
inclined to raise, but
Somebody
you
over
convinced me it's a
somebody over
call.
there I haven't heard much from.
If it were this guy or this guy or this guy, I would probably 3-bet. But
Yeah.
because of this guy's range, we're just going to call and hope that the flop doesn't hit him very well.
Yeah, he's most likely got at least one overcard, right?
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about the big blind coming in.
Yeah.
And I mean, if the big blind squeezes and then early position shoves, we can just fold our jacks.
Yeah,
Yeah. So are we flatting?
call it is, I guess, yeah.
Jamal doesn't like it.
Oh, and an ace comes out and he 3-bets.
Yeah,
So-
we don't even have a jack of hearts, so we just fold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fold.
So now we're back to what we started with.
Yep.
Okay. This hand here.
You didn't see what he had.
No, I didn't go with the peak this time. You have to press and hold the fold button in order to see the cards.
Right.
So now my usual policy on these offsuit wheel aces is I don't like them.
I would 100% raise this if I had Scotty Wynn's chips.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I don't even mind a raise because we've got ICM, the
Yeah.
ICM pressure.
Yeah,
Although
he's
we are
got a lot of
raising
ICM pressure on him because he's got a lot of ICM pressure. He doesn't want to go up before Doug Hull here goes out.
Yeah, I wish
So-
Doug Hall had already folded because then they're looking at our raise and going, I can't go out here because this guy's short.
Yeah.
So in a normal tournament, I fold this. In an ICM
Yeah.
spot, I might raise it here.
Just because you can get more folds.
Yeah.
What sizing are we looking at?
I just min raise it.
Yeah, so would I, because the both I look at the size of the button and the big blind, what their stack sizes are, and my own, since I have them out chipped, this one has about 20 big blinds, so that's a min raise, right? With 30 big blinds, I might go like 2.2, but because they're lower, I just don't feel the need to risk the extra money.
Mhm.
So raise 800.
Yeah, I'd still wish we had more chips, but we
Yeah.
are the biggest of the remaining stacks, so.
It'll probably fold them out. Well, he called. And this, because we're in late position, this flop isn't as bad for us as it would be if we were in early position. It's still bad. And if I think he called based on odds.
Yeah, you have to make a bet here.
Yeah.
You'll need a small bet though. I would go like a quarter pot, no bigger than.
All right. So we can go 550. And takes it down.
There we go.
Nice. Trivial fold. This is a fold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doug Hall just went all in for 3 big blinds. Alexander Fitzgerald called.
Yeah, I probably
He folded.
I think we can fold.
Okay, because we're still going to have to play post flop against him out of position with a bad hand.
Yep.
This is where I'm glad he folded because glad he called because now we can fold.
Yeah.
Whereas we
All
couldn't
right.
fold before.
Okay. Steve Stokely just jammed for the blinds are up to 600 now, so we're down to 20. He just jammed for about 18. I mean, this is a trivial fold anyway.
It's a jam and a jam. 2
Yeah.
jams.
Yeah.
Jacks again. We're going to be wrong because it's jacks. So now he's got us out chipped a little. We eliminated one player.
Yeah.
And he's down to about 7 big blinds.
I think this is an open.
Yeah.
Folded
Yeah.
to us.
Min open.
I think so. Yeah.
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 We don't even have 20 big blinds, so.
Okay, this time we've got the overpair.
Oh, you see that small.
Mm-hmm. About
Let's double
1,000.
fold again.
Yeah. 800 maybe. About a quarter of the pot.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Oh, he check raised us.
Yeah. We'll just,
There's some draws out there.
Yeah.
I think we just get it in.
Max? Jam?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably
Punish him for that ambitious. Yeah, he's got a flush draw.
Yeah, he could have had a flush draw, a straight draw. You don't know which. So
Yeah.
might as well put it in.
There you go.
Okay, now we're in beautiful shape. We got
If
this.
we had jammed, like a lot of people will just jam their 19 bigs with jacks on the button, and we would never have doubled up there because
Yeah.
he's just folding
Yeah.
his queen deuce, right?
We wouldn't have
Yeah,
got
Yeah.
he would have folded.
That's right.
Okay, this is a trivial fold here. Let's we stop and take a look at the stack sizes now.
Yeah.
We're still at 8 players. We're actually the chip leader by a shave.
Yeah. And we got a Scotty size stack.
Yeah. Yeah, if he gets in with us, it's all over, baby, now, right?
That's right.
Offsuit connector. That's a trash hand.
Anytime he's folded, we can just raise.
Yeah.
No, this one's close. I
Yeah.
would probably fold.
Yeah, even though we're the chip leader, or not quite, because he won one, it looks like.
Yeah.
Even though we're doing pretty well chip wise, we still have a little bit of ICM pressure on us.
Yeah,
It's
why
an
risk
early
it, right?
open too, and
2.4. Sorry?
I was just saying it's an early open, so I think I'd rather not get involved
Yeah.
in a position with 3 people left to act, 3, 4.
I would fold here.
Yeah, we got no
You just wanna
implied
keep
odds.
You just want to keep your chip stack intact
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yep. And with 0 implied odds. So. All right. Looks like he doubled up because look at that. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We lost another one.
Yeah.
You didn't let the hand play out. You got to see what they're. Can we not? Is there no way to see the hand play out? To see what they're raising with and folding?
Yeah. Okay. I just set it to do that. All right. Yeah, we've got still blind of 600, and we've got jam fold stacks here.
Two really shorties. Two
Yeah.
shorties. Yeah.
Well, no good here, huh? Even
No.
though he's only at about 8, 7, still no good. Not with that.
No.
Okay, we're looking at he's got about 10 bigs behind.
Yeah.
If we try to steal any jams, we have to fold. Do we want to do that?
Yeah. I mean, there is a shorter stack.
Uh-huh.
Either that or we can limp.
Yeah, we could limp too. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'd go for the limp, I guess.
Limping is a more powerful tool when you're one of the big stacks bullying the smaller ones.
Yeah.
So we can just bet now. I'm in bet. And that saved us. That's about the same as a 2 big blind raise.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it would be the same. Yeah.
Yeah, because a min bet's going to be 10% of his remaining chips. Oh, he likes his hand. I guess we have to leave.
Yeah.
It's fine. What do you have?
He flopped top pair.
So I guess a raise might have worked. What would we have wanted to raise to? Maybe 2.5? Big blinds?
Leverage your stack a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, with his short stack, is he doing
No, he's
anything
not
but
jamming Jack 6.
No, yeah, I don't think you would have jammed that.
top pair?
2.5 would have been what, 15?
Pre-flop. I'm talking about pre-flop.
Yeah. We would have
Oh.
raised to 1,500, and
Yeah.
so he would have had what, 900
All
out
right,
of
moving on.
6,000
We
to
made a
call.
mistake.
Yeah.
So easy to see when you see the cards.
But we didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay, that's a garbage hand here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden, he's active. But he might be hitting some hands.
Yeah.
This is just essentially middle position with that. We're not going to play that, are we?
I would.
You would?
I'm in raise, yep. Because you
You
look
play
at the
this, you
stacks
don't play the last queen high.
you look at who's in on the blinds, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that little short stack there is if he folds, there's huge pressure on these blinds from our raise.
Yeah.
Right. The only person we're worried about this getting through is the chip leader.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this is a spot where you can min raise.
Nice. Good call.
I didn't call. I raised.
Good race.
Well, look at that. Pair of nines.
Yeah,
Pretty obvious call, huh?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh.
Oh.
Sometimes you get lucky. I was going to say, I don't know why I chose 6-4 to get it in with, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
That
well.
was terrible. That's just like the real casino.
Yeah.
oh, this is a jam in my book.
Yeah.
The jam.
Yeah. He's got 10 big blinds.
He's got 11 and a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, because we're up to 800 for the big blind now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna jam. Get some of that back from before.
Yeah.
We're only in third place now. This one's at about 12. This one's at 10. What do we do with this?
I mean, I min raise it, but I would
Yeah, I
min
think
raise
you
it.
can open
But
this queen.
Yeah.
Just to bully him?
2 random cards.
Yeah. We could just about rip min bet any two against these short stacks, right?
Exactly.
well, I would prefer that one of the short stacks was behind us, but because it puts more pressure. It's always better to be raising into the medium stacks
Yeah.
because the short stacks don't have much to lose. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might fold here. I don't like the position we have of being into both short stacks because they're supposed to take chances now. They're supposed to shove on us as a button opener with some pretty wide holdings.
Yep. And the other thing is that these two are incentivized to play against each other because they're about equal.
And play against us too.
Yeah. So, what I'm saying is that if we fold, they could very well get it in, and one of them will be gone or next to gone, and we just move up the ladder just by folding.
Right. I would be
Yeah.
far more likely to do this if that 7,800 stack was behind us and the 11K stack was in the
Yeah.
small blind.
Yeah. We can just fold and watch them possibly promote us to sixth place.
6.
Nope.
We're going for first. The
There you go.
6 nonsense.
Yeah, but if you can move up a ladder just by folding, I mean that's free stuff. That's
true.
for us in Wisconsin, free is everything.
Yeah.
You see the pressure that he put on this medium stack?
Yeah.
That was interesting. Yeah, these guys are jamming a lot now, and they've taken some chips away from these other ones.
It's good though. We now have the short stack on our right, which is good. It's always better.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
There we go.
But look what he did. He drilled his jack.
Yep.
Love when that happens to me.
Okay, this is like 2.4 he raised from under the gun, and he's got ICM pressure on him. He's under the gun. and he still raised. We've got a hand that's easily dominated. What do you think? That they're suited, but again, with suited, you're hoping for some implied odds, which is not a thing here.
If we had less chips or than him, then I would call here. But
Yeah.
I just think we should preserve our stack here. Or if I wasn't in an ICM situation, I would call.
Yeah, I think early in the tournament I defend this automatically.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
final table you can let it go.
Cash game, defend it. Yeah. Yeah, I think we better let this go too. I'm with you guys.
Yep.
He didn't hold it down so we could see what he's doing it with.
Steve Stokely raising again. The real Steve is going to be on one of the podcasts pretty soon this month.
I don't
Steve
know
Blay.
that.
I don't like this one here. Do you?
I don't.
Just because we're in the small blind, so the odds are worse. And again, he's raising from middle position with that VPIP.
Instant fold.
Yeah. Yeah, he made a big comeback, didn't he?
Well, he hit his 6-4, remember?
Yeah.
Fold.
Yeah.
Hate it, but you have to keep folding these with versus.
Yeah.
I'd min raise this.
Yep. Everybody is behind us.
Yeah.
Well, the
I mean,
shortest
these guys
stack,
caught
the
up.
shortest stack is already folded, so
Yeah. Yeah, so we can min raise it and
Yeah.
use ICM pressure. But this is sloppy stuff that I hardly ever play unless it's a napkins. What do you guys think?
I think
Yeah,
that this
fold.
would be a mandatory open if we had double the chips we have. Like if we were by
Yeah.
far the big stack at the table.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, with these
I
rejam
don't mind
stacks
it.
behind
I don't
us.
mind it open.
Yeah.
But
With all these rejams behind us, that one thing when this short stacked play is we want to avoid opening only to fold to a rejam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind a fold.
Yeah. We haven't eliminated anybody in a while. Okay, we're
This is the second time in a row this guy's raised us.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
that's-
we didn't have a look at what he did it with last time.
Right.
Just like a real table.
Uh
I call here, but I don't know.
yeah, I think so. Just we don't want to. For one thing, we want to defend something, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're sending a message to this guy and to everybody else that we could be pushed around, and that's never a good thing.
Does anyone want to fold this?
No, I'm good with a call.
Small C bet.
So tempting to.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's nothing but backdoor equity with no implied odds, though.
Is it that
Yeah,
small, the C bet? How much was in there before he bet?
Uh,
Well, it's 65 now minus 18, so
So he
547.
bet about half pot, right?
40. Well, it's 47. You bet 18, so a little bit less than half, more like
I
40%.
really fold
Yeah.
this without any overs.
the pot we're getting 3.6 to
Jack,
1.
we don't know if we're good.
Well, we're not looking to be good. We're looking to take it away.
Yeah.
This pot. If he had bet a bit smaller, I would probably float one here because we have so many good cards that come for us.
Yeah.
But or if we're deeper, it's easier to float, right?
Yeah.
But he can just, if we float here, he can just jam the turn. Like
Yeah. But he's only got 10 big blinds back.
Well, he'll have a pot-sized bet back and you
Yeah.
just jam it. So I guess we have to fold.
Yeah.
Now, if the 5 or the 9 was a diamond as well, would you want to float?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We could even raise.
Yeah. If it was a draw, yeah.
Yeah. With these stack sizes and ICM.
Okay, fold and see what he had. Come on. Dang.
Yeah.
We would have got there. We would have picked up all that
Yeah.
equity on the diamond, and then we
Yep.
would have got there with our jack.
Yep.
All right, I'm on tilt now.
But we were beat when the money went in, so
Yeah.
it was a good fold, right?
Well, you mean when we folded, the money didn't actually go in.
Well, that's what I mean.
Right.
If we had called, we were calling on a worse hand, right?
If we call though, he might slow down on the turn. We don't know what kind of player it is, right?
Yeah. Looking at that king, he might not like the looks of this.
Could we have raised?
It's actually the Jack 7 is actually a good raising candidate on that flop
Yeah, that's
because there's so many good cards that can come for us.
Mm-hmm.
And we raise it knowing that we're going to fold to the jam, but he doesn't know we're going to fold to the jam when we raise it.
Yeah. And
Do
he
you
would
know
have
what I mean?
probably most likely folded.
Yeah.
yeah. The only thing he would really call with would be a queen, right?
Yeah. Or over pairs. Yeah.
Or over pairs.
Or maybe
yeah.
a really good flush draw. But yeah.
It's probably
So, that was my inclination.
Live and learn.
Raise it. That's the type of
Oh,
hand you want
that's
to
a
do it with
fold.
as a bluff.
Blinds are up. We're now at a rejam stack.
Geez, you can't get anyone out at this table.
No. No, the chips are just flying around without sending anybody home. This is a playable hand. I think there's no way we fold kings under any circumstances
No.
here, huh?
Yeah, we just have to close our
It's just
eyes
a
and get
jam,
it
yeah.
in. Hold.
Wow.
Hold.
There we go.
Sweet. Sweet. We just knocked 2 players out and we've got a dominating stack now.
Now we can go for the win.
Yeah. That was a little scary, except that gut shot was blocked.
Yeah.
But there was tens and jacks could have hurt us.
Hey, 30% of the time that ace wins.
Yeah. But it held. We're
Yeah,
good.
none of this is counting on your personal stacks, Keith.
Yeah. No, it's not. Okay, we're the bully here, but are we opening with napkins like this?
If there was a stack that only had, if the stack that's next to me big blind had like 3,000 chips, then we could definitely open this.
Yeah. Is it blinds
But-
1,000? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would say no.
Yeah,
Then-
the ICM pressure is kind of reduced on these other players.
Yeah, they all have 12, 13, 16. So,
Yeah.
but if Alex Fitzgerald had like 3,000 or 4,000, like was definitely way shorter than the rest, then we can open any 2 here
Yeah.
to put the pressure on all the other players. They're all going to fold, waiting for him to go out on his next big blind.
Yeah.
Oh, all of a sudden they're getting a little spicy, huh?
That's because, like what you said, they don't have as much ICM pressure. They're all sitting
Yeah.
around the same.
Yep. We just lost another player. And we're still in a nice lead. This seems like an open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, when we open here, what are your plans? Before we open, I want to know what your plans are.
My plans are to.
Are you folding to any jam?
Good question.
That's what I'm asking. Before you decide to open here, I want to know what your plans are. If one of these shorter stacks jams on you, like the 20 big blinds or 17
Well,
big blinds.
even 16, yeah, 17. I'd min open and I'd probably fold to a jam.
Okay, as long as you have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What we're hoping for is to take it down.
Yeah, I'd min
That's-
open for the pressure, but I mean, it's not really a calling hand if somebody jams.
Right.
When
Either that or
does it
somebody
become
just.
a calling hand? How few blinds do they have to have for this to become a calling hand?
Well, the least it is
Just
right
asking,
now. Is a
there's no
third.
right
Yeah.
answer. I'm asking for your opinions. Yeah.
The least it is right now is a third of my stack, right? So that's too much.
Right. So
And
10,000?
Maybe, yeah.
If they had 10 big blinds, you're calling? I mean, I don't think you can raise to 2 and fold to a 10 big blind jam.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's.
Do we think that we're ahead of that jamming range? Because I guess the rule of thumb is for calling these off is if we think he's jamming with at least one pair that's lower than our pair.
I mean, it's
we
at
can't
best a
raise.
coin
All I'm saying is
flip.
we can't raise and fold to 10, but we can raise and fold to 17.
Yeah.
It's at best a
Yeah.
coin flip, and if we don't avoid the coin flip, we can keep our chip stack advantage.
Yeah, I was just saying what's your threshold, because you have to be able to
Yeah.
call off a short stack at some point.
Yeah.
And to me, it would be 10 in this scenario.
Yeah.
Because 10, we're still maintaining our chip lead
I like
of the
that.
table.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
All right. So min raise.
Yeah.
And he just plain 3-betted us with a
With
little
10
over a third of his stack. Yeah.
Oh, that's so Scotty Win-like.
Yeah. You call us off, it's all over, baby.
He's virtually gone all in. And we already decided that we were going to fold to that.
Yeah.
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 Might as well
Okay,
save
got
the
it.
chips and tap the table twice and let him have that one. Ugh. Not liking that action.
Oh. Yeah, I would call if it wasn't for the button action.
Yeah. Yeah, if calling a 3-bet out of position is
Suicide.
not something we're going to do much. Yeah. So. Oh. Now we're down. This one's down to under 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, we're not the leader anymore.
Yep. Easy fold.
Ugh.
Okay.
Do we want to?
We have to
Yeah.
fold.
folds,
Now
it's a
we
fold.
can't
We
really
don't
raise into the chip leader.
No. He did. Oh, what a
How
flop.
come I flop in the flush? Oh, we had a boat there, right? We had 6, 7 of diamonds, I think. No. Maybe
No.
it was
No, it
less.
was like 7-4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we would have had a hard time.
We can't see our cards.
Not anymore. No, yeah, we never. This app doesn't let you do that.
No.
Eight big blinds here.
Yeah, we have to call off. So no, I would just fold.
Yeah. Ugh. This is one of those situations because we're getting 1,300 into 4,800.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think we have great odds here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like it though. We're going against the second in chips here,
yeah,
and we're going to be out of position for the hand with not a very good hand. If we were all similar in chips, then I would say yes, it would be an easy call. But I personally would not call this. And then because we want to stay one of these top, we want to stay competitive with the chip as one of the chip leaders. And we don't really want to take on the chip leader out of position.
right.
But most of the time, I agree with you, Jamel. It's a call here. But just with ICM, you just fold more.
Yeah, the two big stacks under ICM rules need to avoid getting into it with each other.
Yeah, because that only benefits the other two players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy fold here. He's down to under 8. Again, we're not messing with him, right?
No.
No, it's easy fold.
We'd have had a pair.
No, I think we can min raise.
Yeah. We can min raise and think about getting it in pre-flop, even with him, I think. This is one of those rare hands that's good enough to get it in with the leader, right?
Is it? I rather
Let's see what
ladder now.
happens. Just let's see what happens here.
No, I'm just saying, like when the chip leader jams here, are we happy to get it in?
No, we're
What
not. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to ICM there?
I think that's a close one, actually. This is an easy fold.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Now we're all pretty.
Okay.
There's less ICM
Pretty
involved
close,
now.
yeah.
So we can sort of play our hands now more
Yeah.
normally because there's no real shorty on the table.
So because we're three-handed, we're going to have wider ranges in every position. This queen 4, queen high, basically.
Still a fold for
Yeah.
me. For me,
What
it
do you guys
is.
think?
Yeah, I'd fold it. 4 is not good enough.
So, he's just going to be the bully.
Yeah.
I call this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have position. We're going to have position. We're getting a price, and we've got the chip advantage over him. He's got to be careful.
Yep.
We've got,
So he bet 22 into a $5,400 pot.
yeah,
Yeah, easy fold.
yeah. We've got nothing, no piece of it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I like easy decisions in the small blind.
Yeah.
I don't like
Oh,
it
look
when
at that. He lost. Now we're way ahead of him again. And the
Yeah.
blinds are up to 1,200. He's got 15. Now in a regular, like a deep stack, I'd be opening this all day long.
Yeah, you can still open it.
Min raise? Because
You
with a
you can either limp it or min raise it.
yeah. Because we're gonna have position on the, and then if he raises over our limp, then what do we do? Call?
Yeah, it depends what he goes to, but because we're gonna
Yeah.
have the button, but a raise is probably preferable, a min raise.
Yeah.
But I don't. Also, this is the kind of hand you can limp because it makes it awkward. Now, see if we had limped there and he raised, now we can call, right? But we can't really call now
Yeah.
with his hand, unless you want to call with his hand. But to me, that's sort of just spewing chips.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we just have to tap twice.
Like I think limping's coming back into things more, especially from the button, right? When you have an effective stack of 20 or around there, which is what the effective stack was, or 15, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then that's a limping type situation on the button.
Yeah.
Okay, he's still in the re-steal zone. We are at in the about 25 big blinds. No way. Now we got to try and do something with against him, right? Are we limping or are we raising?
We're limping to, if we're limping to trap.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're getting raised if we limp for sure.
yeah.
And if we're trying to induce a raise, then we're just going to shove it in, right? Is your plan?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I'd rather raise and get some folds here.
The thing is, if we raise, like if we limp, he can raise all kinds of stuff. But then we're playing the. If he calls, if he just checks, we're out of position. We could jam this hand,
Mm-hmm.
being as we're going to be out of position for it. And it's 20 big blind. 20? No, what do we have?
We've got 23.
20,
Yeah.
23, yeah.
22.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind a jam on this hand, personally. Just being as we're the small blind.
Yep, we're going to be out of position for the rest of the hand.
I mean, what do you guys think about the jam here? I mean, Floptimal says jam, but they're not doing ICM. But we're, like I said, we're not under that much ICM pressure now.
Well, I think it's a raise for sure, but then how much do you raise? Because he's in the big blind.
Small because stacks are not.
Well,
but he's in the big blind. He's the big stack. I think you have to raise enough that it's a jam anyway.
Yeah, they
right.
I'll tell you, Floptimal wants you to, at 25 big blinds, they want you to just flat call this, flatness. Like just call, not raise. And at 20 big blinds, they want you to 75% of the time jam it and 25% of the time flat it. Just limp.
We're at like 21 and a half.
They don't want you to raise it at all. Ace 10 offsuit.
Well, that's what I mean, right? It's
Ace 10 suited, yes. Ace 10 offsuit, no. So at 20 big blinds, it's more often a jam. At 25 big blinds, it's a limp. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Any kind of raise, you're gonna
like I don't. That's
it's
why
gonna be
like
big enough that you have to jam anyway, right?
Like that's why I don't like a raise because
exactly.
He can jam hands that are worse than ours and make us fold. We just raise.
Yeah.
He can jam all his ace crap that's worse than ours. He can jam king, queen, king, jack.
Yeah, I kind of like the lip trap.
So like I said, those are the optimal plays is
Yeah.
jam it at 20 and limp it at 25. And we're at, where are we
21,
at
20,
actually?
21, 22, something like that.
So 23.
About 22.
So
22
we
big
got,
blinds.
yeah, so at 2,700. Yeah, 22 and a bit. Yeah.
Yep.
So
In this tournament situation, we're up against a player who's going to be raising over our limp with a lot of hands.
Yeah.
what do you like, Jamel? Here.
I guess put it in if we can't raise.
You don't like the limp? Limp call off? It's a
yeah,
limp jam.
Yeah, I think I prefer the jam than the limp, but
So if we call and the big blind goes all in, we're supposed to call off with ace 10 offsuit. So when we limp, we're limping to trap.
Yeah.
So,
And we've seen him jam with worse hands.
well, no, I don't think he'd jam. I think he'd raise.
He
Right?
wouldn't raise
But
to put
it
us all in.
jams, yeah, we call off for sure. And then if he raises we go all in because we go all in with that hand.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That way we'll make
got
more
it.
money.
I got it. Yeah.
So it's either I'm good with either way. I tend to just go all in because I just want to I don't want to have to play it post.
So I would tend to go all in for the fold equity, like Jamel says, but
Yeah.
if we limp, I would expect them to raise with almost anything. And then
we're raising to jam.
And then when we jam, we got some strong.
We get more money.
Yeah, we get more money. We
Yeah.
get some pretty good fold equity.
Like if you think about it this way. When we jam, we're getting called by those hands we're going to lose to anyways. When we limp and he raises and we jam.
Yeah.
Right? The only
Some of
problem
those
we
might
get
fold,
into is
yeah.
when we limp and he checks. Now we have to play the pot out of
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
But we can just make a small bet and either take it down or not. Right? So let's go for the limp. Come on, let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it. I don't like just the straight raise. So there we
See,
go.
now he raised, and we're thinking that this
Now
is.
we're jamming.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
figure
thinking
out
this is
plans.
almost any two cards. So
Yeah, and it's a small raise. So there we go.
there you go, Scotty. You're calling us all over, baby.
Make him pay, baby.
Yeah.
So he would have just folded anyway to the jam.
Yeah.
Do you see my reasoning for that?
Okay, we don't want to fold this. See, with him in the big blind, that's another one where we could limp. And we just got done limping and then jamming over his raise, and so he's gonna be thinking, he'll think twice before raising over our limp again, maybe.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah.
And this is like one of those limping situations that I think a solver would even tell you to limp.
Yeah, the problem is the solver doesn't do it, take into consideration, or maybe it does, maybe some of them do, what the small blind has. It's just sort of going, like you can put it in as the effective stack is this, but it doesn't have our stack compared to the small blind stack.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? Can't fold.
tough.
No. I'd raise.
Yeah. Min
Are you
raise.
folding to the jam?
That's a
Are you
good
folding
question.
to a re-raise? If we're doing all that, we should just limp.
Yeah.
They just saw us limp. Don't forget they just saw us limp jam. Right? They're
Yeah.
afraid of us limping.
Yeah.
Is
And
Scotty afraid of anyone?
I
no,
don't know. What do you think? My first inkling is to raise this hand because it's a good hand on the button. But
yeah.
last time we did that, the big blind re-raised and we had to fold. And we would have to fold this hand as well. No? Raise anyway?
Yeah, we're since again, you know, in a short stack situation like this, you want to avoid raising with hands that you'll have to fold to a re-raise or a jam.
Yeah.
So he has like 16 big blinds, right? So who wants to limp and who wants to raise, min raise? Let's
Yeah,
vote.
yes.
Let's do
Huh?
it. Let's vote. I vote limp.
Limp?
You called it last time. I'll go limp.
Yeah, me too. Are we in unity or?
I don't know. What did Jamal say? I
I
could be
said raise,
swayed.
but I got outvoted.
I could be swayed over to your side.
I'm good with either one, but
Yeah. Yeah, I'm inclined to in game without all this time to think about it and discuss it. I might have instinctively raised.
Yeah.
Hoping
And
for the folds.
instinctively fold when he jams.
Yeah.
Okay, let's raise them. I'm fine either way. We have to do what we do more often. Right?
Yeah. Boom. Took it down.
there you go.
All that thought.
Deuces.
Oh.
Ducks are always fun. He's out of the hand. The big stack's out of the hand. This is a steal.
Man, this is. I just want to jam this right in his
Yeah,
face.
yeah. So do I.
That's not bad. You
And we
should be
can't
pretty wide
call
here.
because we can't set mine. We don't have enough to set mine.
Definitely
No.
not.
He doesn't have enough for us to win to set mine. So I think it's a fold or a jam
So why doesn't he have enough to set mine? What are
because
you-
he's only got. It's going to cost us 1,600,
yeah.
and he's only got. I don't know what does he
15
have there.
15,000.
1,700 trust in.
Yeah.
So what do you need to set mine?
1,500. You need
At least 10x.
10x.
The-
Yeah.
That's the old rule, but I don't. I think these days, it's hard to get those stacks in and to set mine these days.
set mine. You should never have to call off more than 7% of your stack. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm very inclined just to take this one away from this guy.
Yeah, me too.
Go for it.
And we're racing,
Snaps
and
it
he
with
hit it.
He snaps it with ace-6. Like
Yeah.
that's. I don't know.
All right. Well, now we're the one down to 12 big blinds.
We'll get it back.
We got it in good, a little good.
Are we though?
Did we?
It was a race. Okay, now with only 12 big blinds, there's nothing to do here but jam. Right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the flat with the jacks
Yeah.
deuce, but that's okay. You can jam it. It's fine.
All right, we got another one. We're jamming this for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly eking
got
our way
that,
back
yeah.
into it. Not with this junky hand.
No.
How many big blinds do we have? You can't run this in big blinds, I guess, eh?
No.
It's 1,200.
you-
So 10 and 7, 17.
Yeah. 16, 17.
Yeah.
14. 15, 14.
So tempted to jam.
All right,
'Cause we
so
got the blocker.
Small blind raises, big blind, ace-5 offsuit. Half the time it's a call, half the time it's a jam.
Mm-hmm.
Flip a coin.
We actually don't have 15 big blinds, do we?
Not
Yeah, it
now.
becomes more
No,
of a
we've
jam. It
Not
becomes
now.
more of a jam with less with less chips.
yeah we've
Now
got
we've got 12 or 13.
we've got like yeah, something like that.
Well, 12,000 is 10, and then we've got 5 behind, so that's 6, right? So 16.
12? That's 4.
14. Yeah.
14.
This is a
15 with the 12. Yeah, either one. I like the flat or I don't like a fold though.
no, because we're going to be in position.
I don't know. What do you tend to do here, Jamel, when you're faced with this? Do you just rip it in with an ace?
It's tough. I'd rather be the one pushing when I'm short.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
we got the blocker.
when we go all in, he's got to call off a lot, but he
Yeah.
also has to fold
Yeah.
a fair amount. But he has to call off. He's supposed to call off a lot.
Yeah, maybe in real life they're not calling off wide enough.
As wide as they
to jam.
should, right?
Yeah, we saw this guy call off that jam with ace-6 suited.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, with ace-5 offsuit, it says 32% jam, 68% call. So,
All right,
but it doesn't
go with
ever
the-
want you to fold.
let's go with the majority opinion,
Yeah. Call.
and we get the garden variety C bet here.
Yeah, it's hard to continue here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
we're gone, huh?
Yeah. We need a bit better equity than what we had there. Like if the 9 was a 6, for instance.
Boy, he's gotten very, very aggressive, hasn't he?
Yeah.
All right, we'll let big stack take him on.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll ladder up.
Yeah, we're down to 12 bigs now.
We've got a blocker.
I don't know. I just fold this hand. We got a 2 in
Yeah.
our hand.
Yeah.
And we're also blocking their folding range, right?
I think
And there we
it's
go.
a jam if we were suited, maybe, but it's gross. Having a 2 in your hand is gross.
Again.
Yeah, same situation, only this time it's with the big stack.
And we've got 10 big blinds.
But he's doing this with
11.
just about napkins.
Yeah.
I think we can jam and fold him out of the hand. How much fold equity have we got against that huge stack?
Not a
Yeah.
lot.
No,
But we will be ahead probably a
Yeah,
lot of the time. that he
we're
calls.
probably ahead. Yeah,
I don't mind the jam.
I don't either. Oh,
Time to get lucky.
Not much fold
Yeah.
equity there.
No.
and he got greedy and took a
turn.
king too. All right. Well, we
There
came
you
in
go.
third.
Not
Third
bad.
is always a good sort of a virtual bubble thing, right? In MTTs, the third's one of your intermediate goals.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
Those are fun.
yeah.
Range trainer.
What was
What's
that?
it called? Advanced poker training.
This is advanced poker training. Yeah, it's a final table simulator.
Nice. Yeah, nice to
We
have
s-
that.
Yeah, we selected the format. I don't. You weren't here when we selected the format, were you, Kim?
No.
Yeah. So we got the final table simulator here, and the first thing it asks you to do is to set up your format. And we went with an average stack.
Right. Good. Then we actually did really well to be third.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would say if it wasn't for that bad luck, that guy calling off with ace-6 suited and then hitting it with one of his overcards, it would have been way different.
That was loose. Ace-6.
So
I was going to ask Jamel if Peel was still running. Is he still here?
He just left.
No, he's gone. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And actually, I need to leave here pretty soon too, kids. So
yeah, we're good. That was good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith.
Well, thanks for coming. Like I said earlier, Gennaro, I'm going to take off the first part where we were just having a conversation before it really started.
Yeah, no problem.
So,
yeah, no, I always have fun on these.
Yeah. So
it's really good practice. Like it's like you realize and it's good to talk about what your plans are for if you get raised, and your plans are for you know.
Yeah. I've been a life member of this now for going on 6 years, and I find it to be very useful for training. Like especially before I go to a tournament series, you know, I'll sit and I'll spend hours on this thing just training.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
All right.
Well, thanks for coming. Have a great night, and we'll see you next month.
All right. Thanks, Keith.
See you next month.
Bye-bye.